Alright, just wanted to do an updated video on where my Warbringer's at right now. Got him at a pretty nice spot here at the end game, doing a little kind of like Lich King inspired like build out, revolving around frost damage, and this blue armor looked pretty good with this fallen shields. So it all looks pretty good with the ice weapons and everything, but just for the kit, just have this hammer for now, which is pretty nice. Oops, sorry. Pretty nice as it has the +5 to all the melee skills here. So, Buddy actually gave this to me, and it's been working out pretty well. I realized that at this high of a level, with this Herald of Ice build, I don't really need to use a Cultist Hammer, but yeah, still basically doing the same strategy I've been doing the entire time, just, sword and board, just Mace Strike, nothing fancy. I'm not doing the Stampede thing or anything like that. I've messed around with it, but my main build is just this. It's just the Mace Strike. And, it's focusing around doing the Turtle Charm, so I'm just blocking everything. And I've got this max roll Fallen that we got the block all the way to 65%. So I think that comes out to, I can't remember, it's around like 88 or 89% just passive block just for everything. So I'm just blocking like almost everything that's coming my way, while still dealing out a lot of damage, which is nice, but not having to like raise my shield or having to worry about that. And then using the not really sure how to say this actually, the pulsar kiln, not sure how to say that, but yeah, the thing that lets you shatter frozen enemies. Using that paired up with these gloves that just increase the freeze buildup. And then everything else, it doesn't really matter too much, I guess. Just got this here that does have parry and motion on it. That just gives us some extra block, but also on block, and while we're just passively blocking everything, but on block I get movement speed buff. So that's nice there on the neck. And then just the other ring, I just also have a little bit of extra cold damage, and then just the other resistances that I'm missing out on, as well as just it was nice that it had maximum life and mana too. Those are just extra good things to have that aren't like a waste of slots. Just have some 30 move boots for now, just with just a bunch of extra resists that I was missing as well. It's nice just to have the extra armor and rarity on there. And then just same thing for the belt. I do have a utility belt, but I just don't have like rings that make it worth it right now, so I'm still just using this so that I'm capped out at 75%, res cap for everything. Uh, just because it works for my build right now. Then just, got a bunch of rarity on the helmet. Mainly, that's where a lot of it's coming from with that 58% right there. And then skill-wise, just have these on here just kind of for laughs on this fallen cast on block, just a bunch of spells that pop off, but they don't really do that much since it's not a magic build. But we got the armor explosion just to do a little bit extra, AoE just as much as we can, just with our general Mace Strike. We're doing the increased freeze buildup, so this is pretty nice because it not only freezes enemies but bosses, which is pretty funny when you just freeze a boss and they just chill there and you get to get a couple whacks off on them. Increase speed, the cold infusion there to give it the cold damage to go with the ring and the gloves, and the close combat to do more damage to anything that's close to us while we're using the skill, which everything is going to be while we're using Mace Strike. Um, Using both the heralds, got a nice level 19 herald also from the same dude who gave me this mace. And then some extra stuff too here, just on the tree. All this stuff is nice and buffed up too from that +5 on the hammer. But just coming in here as well to the skill tree, that same dude also actually even gave me this jewel here down here in this socket, which allocates over here to this bad boy, which just does a 50% increase to all the three of the heralds, which is nice since I'm using two of them. I do have like plans to use the third thunder one. I just don't have a setup for that one yet, but I want to use all three of them at the same time, basically. But super simple setup since I'm doing the turtle charm and fallen build. You know, that's what's going down this way, and then up here, this is just the armor breaker and armor explosion build that I was running just the whole time until I got these points. Then just coming down here, you know, extra damage, extra armor explosion and AoE. Same thing down here, and then comes down for to get as much block as we can. Block, you know, a little bit of extra two-hand damage, a little bit of extra speed. Coming over here gives us both block as well as extra damage per our block percent chance. So like that's like a 65% you know buff right there, which is nice. And then you know just comes down around here just to you know nothing really too special. It's just the two-hand damage like here, like we were saying, a little bit of armor right here also to get that strength block. This resolute technique, which is nice. It basically gives us 100% you know chance to hit on swing, and I also have over 100% stun, so we're hitting and stunning on every single swing and never missing on anything that's close enough for us to hit. This is all just extra block up here, as well as just a little bit of extra damage and attack speed while holding a shield. Working my way over to this one to get the extra strength and everything. But other than that, I snagged a little bit of extra damage right there just because I don't have enough really to do what I want over here, so I just put a little bit of extra damage there for now, but I'm going to move that. And then all this, you know, that's just Giant's Blood for the two-hander. Came down here to get polyathemy, polymathy, not sure how to say that, but just for the 10% attributes. And then came around here on this side just to grab this extra block over here. And then this extra block recovery. I'm not sure if that does anything with this fallen setup. But if it does, it's nice to have it. Mainly that was just about getting that 12%, and then this is what the necklace is grabbing right here. Like I was saying, you know, get the 1% for every time we block in the past 10 seconds. So if you get like a big giant swarm of enemies that like start attacking you, it's funny. You get like such a big movement speed that you just like do a dodge roll and you just kind of like fly like really far away. You go like way farther than I think you're supposed to just because of the movement speed buff, and I think it's like not intended to do that for now, but we'll see if they fix that little movement glitch. But the clear on this one's really nice. Really satisfying hits. And yeah, the rare, like I was saying, the rare got my rarity over 100% on the swings. Can show that here in a second. I put I got like moved the damage down a little bit from this, from just the general Mace Strike, just because you don't really need too much when you're already around this level. Like I had it around like 24,000, but then after moving like some of the gems around, I got Herald of Ice, you know, up to almost 10k. You know, down here using the Primal Armament and Long Shot, you know, to this kind of helps it chain, because you know I'm doing a big hit with my mace, and then that is shattering everything, and then when that is shattering, this is doing an explosion, and then the you know when things are farther away, it's doing more damage, so it just continues to chain. That's what this magnifying effect is doing too. You know, the AOE, more of that. That just is more damage there, and then you know the cold penetration, you know, just does more damage because it's just they're blocking less of it. So it's really nice. The overwhelming presence is a great combo with it, because that also just moves you know down their ailment threshold as well as their you know stun threshold. Even though like I was mentioning before, we are already swinging at over 100% for stun, you know 110, and then have the 105% for the rarity. So yeah, a little rundown of the little Lich King ice build. And do a little clear real fast here. So enemies do have to be standing, you know, close to each other to get a big like chain pop off. It'll happen though. There's always a point in these maps where a bunch of them pile up together. Wait, where's the unique one? Oh, he's right here. Hey, there we go. Are they not with that guy? They with another one? Oh, this one. Just drop a hammer on him. Then we got this other perfect strike hammer. Oh, got stunned. Pick this shit up. Alright, and then shield charges for moving around. See, we just need to get like more enemies together, but you know, you see even like these little groups, you know, they're popping all together, and they chain when they can. But they do have to be close to each other to do that. So you can get like screen wide pops, like stuff like that when they do bunch up, but if they don't, you know, you just go over to them in little groups and just pop them all. But it's a fun build. You're just blocking everything, smashing everything. Oh, can't stand and stuff though. That's the other thing. Yeah, this guy's got burned ground that melted me. Boop. And on some of these ones where they like really bunch up, like this is the rituals are always good for that. Get some big pops here, but like just on like the normal enemies in the map, like it's been like going like off the screen now, just to other enemies I can't even see when they're just super lined up, which is really nice. Oh, I guess he's on the other side of this, can't really see. Oh, that wasn't a very good example of this. I thought this map, Waystone, said increased pack size, that's why I picked this one. Okay, there we go. Kind of okay-ish there, but yeah, you just kind of walk around and then boom, just shattered is everything, and it just gave me that Lich King vibe. That's just walking around, just one big giant swing, just kills a bunch of enemies, shatters them in the ice. Boom! Like stuff like that, it like just starts spreading out. So the funny way to do it is to kind of like hit a small guy that's easier to trigger the explosion on, and then that will just chain to like everything. It's usually how I like to do it. Oh, they gotta be close enough though. It's really satisfying, and you know, it's still like it's still, you know, the ring Herald of Ice build that a lot of people are doing, just not Stampede. Cause I don't know, I like using shield charge for, I mean, not only moving around, but I do have like, since it's stunned so much, I do have like the 50% stun build up on it as well as one of the skill gems, and I do just stun bosses a lot with it, as well as just enemies. So I mean, it's not totally even useless. I do use that quite a bit. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of boring, just like stampeding around, just blowing everything up. This, I mean, you're at least hitting them with your weapon. This is the build I was just, you know, running the whole game with. So I wanted to go from the very beginning to the end game with it. And you know, it sucked in the beginning. I mean, even all the way up to the end game, I did, you know, the first time I did the freaking Trial Master, which wasn't too far away from this build, it took me like over 40 minutes. It'd be a lot easier now with, you know, some of the big upgrades I've gotten, but it wasn't a super easy build or anything, or optimal. It's like, it was tough to climb up, but it was fun though. I enjoyed it. That's why I did it. But it is fun getting to this point now. It does feel very satisfying. They did a good job of like the way swings and hits feel in this game, like the big hits, I mean. Like you can feel those screen clears. It's really nice. Boom! So just clearing this one as quickly as we can and maybe seeing if we can get, you know, a div or at least some damn exalts. What's going on? I got over 100% rarity. Give me my sheet. The reason I like this too is like it's not so bad like in like these little rituals and stuff, but like some of those delirium things, it's like not even that like it's like hard to deal with. It's just like there's just so much like shit on the screen sometimes when like especially when like it's making the game lag and stuff. And you got to deal with all that dumb fog, and then there's just a zillion enemies, and especially with like the effects, like what overwhelming presence makes them all like fucking have that effect on them. It can get hard to see sometimes, so it is nice just being able to have this and just, you know, you're like, whatever, I'm just going to swing, it's going to hit something, and it's just going to blow everything up around it. You don't really have to worry too much about positioning and stuff. Outside of like if you want to like group some up and then be like, okay, there we go. But I mean, you don't have to do that. Worst case, you're doing like a few more extra swings. See, probably go over this way. Forgot to go down that way. Oh. Couple stragglers over here. Oh, I guess there actually wasn't anything over here. Where are these last dudes? Oh, here's one that just didn't get killed.
I've nowhere to keep that.
I'll come back and grab that for some mats. Shablamo! And I don't know, it's a little silly that it's not really happening that much on this map that's supposed to have buffed pack size, but they really do like emphasize enemies just like swarming and surrounding you in this game, and this build just deals with that. That's like the main thing I'm worried about, so if I can deal with that, I'm feeling pretty good about these crazy or higher level maps, and then just gotta slowly working my way up to, you know, all that other ridiculous stuff that like one-shots bosses and stuff, but I mean, I'm not too worried about that since I'm new to the game. I didn't want to just copy exactly, you know, somebody else's build. I wanted to find my own gear and just kind of with whatever kind of came my way, just kind of do what I wanted to do. Which was just like this classic warrior setup of just, you know, melee. Actually playing melee. I do want to try Reaver like Minion Warrior though. That looks so fun. Because that also has Lich King vibes. I guess I was standing in something there. I don't think there's anything even really worth grabbing on this one. No, not really. Okay, we'll go up here and grab this one. Oh, there we go, a freaking div. Hey, game heard me.
Nowhere to keep that.
Said, okay, he does have the rarity. We should give him a freaking div. And give him the volume. Shablamo. You indeed were no warrior. Alright, so the last one is down over beyond the boss. The boss man. Does this connect over here? Does this connect right here? Hey, alright, I was about to go all the way around. Because these maps be weird. Alright, Mr. Boss. So I was just trying to do it on a boss map too, just to show that this does have decent, you know, boss damage as well. It's not just only clear, but that is what I want to have, like, the focus on is better clear. I'd rather just take my time on a boss if I have to. It's always so funny when they summon just a big mob. I love it.
Take that.
No mobs for you. Holy, this one has a lot of health for some reason. They usually go down a little faster than this.
No mana. I can't yet.
I hate it when that misses. Yeah, it's just like, you know, if I'm focusing on a block build, I don't really mind if I'm still doing, you know, decent damage, so I can just slowly do these big old chunks. And then it is funny, I've got Colleen Strike on the shield there, so I could just finish them with the shield like that whenever they get a little bit low,
In the right hand,
which also heals me whenever I do that.
truly exceptional.
I'll just come back for all this. Well, yeah, that's the build. Pretty decent, pretty happy with it. Just gonna keep slowly getting better, but you know, even just at this point, it's nice. I've got a little bit crappier Svalin on my second weapon set as well, just for while I'm doing the perfect strike to still protect me. Not full 65%, but I think it's like 61 or something, still pretty high, but also looks pretty nice too. But yeah, that's the build.